Good morning, children. Today we are going to see biology, new chapter, chapter number 8, body movements. So, as the name of the chapter tells, we are going to see the various movements happening in the body, in the human body. Okay, so what are the various movements we do? We walk, run, jump, swim, and do exercises. We eat, we talk, we blink. Yes, so all these are movements. That is, a particular part of the body is doing some activity for that action to happen. If I wanted to run, my legs has to move. If I wanted to jump, my legs and the whole body has to decide now, okay, I'm going to jump and act accordingly. While doing exercise, when you stretch your arms and legs, the hands and the legs are doing the activity there. They do show some movement. Yes or no? So for showing this movement, we have the skeleton system in the human body. So what is the skeletal system? It is a system with a group of organs protected by the bones. So what is bone? You would have already learnt in your lower class that the bones are the hardest and the strongest part of the human body, which is used for protecting the delicate organs like heart, brain, and for the movement. Only with the bones we cannot move. You need the help of muscles also, and most importantly it provides the shape to the body. Okay, human beings means it should have hands, legs, head, eyes, so everything, the total entire shape to the body is decided only by the skeletal system. Not only to the humans, for a cat or a dog, to any living organism, the bones give the shape. Okay, so what is the movement? As I told you already, movement is the change in position of one part of the body. If I wanted to run, my legs have to move. So the change in position of that particular part of the body, the legs position are changed. That causes the movement, running, jumping. Okay, then so when the entire body moves from one place to another, then that is called locomotion. Like how we have the motion of objects in physics. What is the motion of objects in physics? It tells us the movement of objects from one place to another, right? The same way in biology, if the body moves from one place to another, it means locomotion. That is, the motion means movement, movement of the body from one place to another. Okay, then okay, already I told you that for the movement we need the help of muscles. Only with the bones the hands or legs will not move. The muscles give the flexibility for the bones to move, to do the actions. So the muscular system and skeletal system together are doing the work of movements. Alright? Now, in the muscular system, when I stretch my hand, so this is a movement. Yes, to take a book from the table, I stretch my hand. So this is a movement of the hand. The bones in the hand and the muscles in the hand work together for the action. So during that particular action, the muscles will contract and relax. Contract as well as relax. The muscles will undergo both contraction and relaxation for one small movement also. Just like if I put the pencil here, if I want the pencil to be taken by my hand, a work is done, a movement is done. For that, both the bones and the muscles in the hand are used. So the muscles, when they are working, they contract and relax. That is what the meaning. It tells us that the muscles always work as pair. If one muscle contracts, the other will relax for that activity to be completed. I will tell you in detail. Now while you are running, okay, think about how you are running. An example, okay, you are going to run now. So which part of the human body will work? Your legs. So in the legs, leg bones and muscles are used for running movement. During that time, when you put forward your foot first, some muscles will contract and some muscles will relax. What is contraction? Contraction means becoming tight. Relaxation means a kind of elongation. So all of you do this now. Stretch your hand fully. Your hand should be stretched now. So when you stretch, the upper muscle in the hand is relaxed. The bottom portion of the muscle will be contracted. So for a movement of stretching, the muscles undergo both contraction and relaxation. This I have explained in the later part of the video with an image. So you watch the video fully, even though if you don't understand, kindly contact me. So always remember that the muscles work in pairs. So the muscles, if one muscle contract and the other relax, only then the movement happens. They work as pair. Both contraction and relaxation happens. That's all. Okay. Now think about your leg and hand. Is it a single bone running throughout your hands? Running throughout your leg? Is it a one stretch of bone running for a length of your hand and leg? No, right? You have the bones joined in between at the shoulder, elbow, wrist, and in the fingers. The bones are joined. You don't have a single bone running throughout your hand. So whenever the bones or joint are meeting together, two bones meet, then we call it as a joint. Okay, so this you have already learnt in your 5th standard. Joint means when two bones meet, it is called a joint. What is the purpose of this joint in the body? This joint helps us for movement. Okay, not all the joints present in the body will help us to move. Again, there are some classifications. Few joints will help us to move and few don't. That is immovable joint, slightly movable joint. Freely movable joint means complete movement is noticed in these joints. Okay, so immovable joint is seen in the skull. Skull is a bone and it is not an entire one piece of bone structure. You would have the joints making it a skull, but can you move the skull? Is your skull moving like how your hands and legs move? No, right? So the joints present in the skull are considered as immovable joints. Immovable means will not move, will not show any kind of changes in its position. Slightly movable joints will show considerable amount of movement, like the joints present in the backbone. So the other name of backbone is vertebral column. Vertebral column. So the backbone is again not a single piece of bone, like it is not like the entire one single piece of bone from the neck till the end. You would have small bones joined like this. Yes or no? This makes our backbone, which enables us to sit straight and stand straight, also to bend. That is possible only with the presence of backbone. So the backbone also shows some slight movement, the joints present in the backbone. So this is two bones. In between you could notice some joints. This joint will show some considerable amount of movement. So that is why we are able to bend, we are able to sit or stand straight. Okay. Freely movable joint means complete movement. What is that? Complete movement. Complete movement means it can move in all the possible directions. It can rotate, it can move front and back, it can move left or right direction. All the possible ways of movement is seen here. That is what the meaning of freely movable joints. Understand the difference between slightly movable and freely movable. You cannot rotate your backbone. Can you rotate your backbone like the earth in full 360 degree like a circle? No, right? But in freely movable joints, the complete rotations are noticed. That is what the elbow and wrist joint. Okay? Now, you should know the meaning of ligaments when you learn about joints. So the joints means when two bones are connected. Okay, now look at this. This is a bone, this is a bone. So the two bones are joined here, and in this meeting point you could see a elastic connecting tissue. Connecting tissue. So what is the meaning of tissue here? Tissue means not the tissue paper which we use. Tissue over here in biology always means the group of cells. What is it? Group of cells. The human body is made up of numerous amount of cells. That is the smallest organ making up the human body. The basic unit of human body is cells. When a group of cells are together, we give the name as tissue in biology. So the joints, in the place of joints, when two bones meet, you could see a elastic connecting tissue that just like a layer which is very tough and hard, which is not easy to break. Like how I hold two rods and tie it with a rope. Similar way, the bones are held together in this joint with the help of the ligaments. In Tamil we tell it as javvu, right? That is what is ligament. So the elastic connecting tissue which holds the bones together in the joint. That is what the meaning of ligaments. Now, coming back to the classification of joints, this freely movable joints is of again three types. Ball and socket joint, hinge joint, pivot joint. Ball and socket joint means the joint which will allow the bones to move in all direction. Why did it gets the name as ball and socket means it will resemble like a ball in the place of a hollow socket. Okay, so I am having a ball attached to a stick here. Okay, and this is a hollow space like a cap like structure. So what happens? I can insert this ball with the stick into this cap and rotate it in whatever way I wish. I can rotate it, push it front and back, I can move it left and right. In all the possible directions, I can make changes. That is called, that kind of a movement is noticed in the joint of shoulder and hip. So when the PT master asks you to do the exercise of stretching your arms and rotating it, you are able to rotate your shoulder, right? That is because of the presence of ball and socket type of joint over there. This is what. So two bones will meet together to form the joint. Here in the ball and socket joint, one end of the bone will resemble like a ball and the other end of the bone will resemble like a hollow space, so that they both together are connected and enables movement in all the directions for rotation. Okay, remember that ball and socket is noticed in the shoulder and hip. Next is hinge joint. Hinge joint is nothing but the joint which resembles like the hinges of the door. What is meant by hinges of the door? So this is a door, means you could have the hinges here with the screws to be connected to the wall. Yes or no? So this hinge only will enable the opening and closing of the door. Whenever while opening a door or closing, if it is too tight or if it produces some noise, we will pour oil to it. So that is called as the hinge. Similar way, a resembling type of joint is seen in the elbow and fingers of human body. So you can move your elbow front and back, but you cannot rotate your elbow. Similar way, your fingers you can move front and back. Can you rotate your finger? Finger means your finger will have the joints here, 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 here. In this joint, can you rotate your finger? Is the joint rotatable here? No, you can just move it front and back. You can open and close it. That is because of the presence of hinge joint. Movement is noticed only in the front and back direction. Next, pivot joint. Pivot joint is seen in neck of the human body. So how does our neck move? It moves front, back, left and right. Yes or no? Can you rotate your neck like the earth, how it is rotating, like how it is spinning? Can you rotate the head of our body? It is not possible, right? So whenever the pivot joints are present, it will allow the movement only in 4 directions. Forget about this only rotation. 4 direction: front, back, left and right directions. These 4 directions are possible in the case of pivot joint, which is present in the neck bone. It enables our head to move front and back and left and right. If your friend calls you, you would turn in either of the left or right direction. But we cannot rotate our head. It is not possible because of the pivot joint. Okay children, now you can see the images for the topics which we discussed today, so that you would get some better understanding. Okay children, now see the image. Here the first one is when you stretch your hand out. What happens? The muscle in the top portion will be relaxed and in the bottom portion gets contracted. This is what I meant. Whenever we do some kind of a movement, the muscles also help us, but in the work of muscles, one muscle will contract and the other muscle will relax. Only then the movement can happen. That is what I told, that the muscles always work as pair. Okay, both contraction and relaxation will happen for a single movement. And below you could see that when you bring your hand closer to your shoulder, okay, the top portion will get contracted. Contracted means getting tight, and relaxation means it is just like your elongation, becoming relaxed. So the muscle present below will relax. Okay, so always remember that the muscles work in pair. Both contraction and relaxation happens at the same time for a single movement. Then we saw about the joints. What is joint? Joint is the place where two bones meet. So the joints were of three types: immovable joints, movable joints, that is slightly movable joints, and freely movable joint. So can you see here the white colored structure in between the bones? That is called your ligament. So as I told you already, ligaments are a very tough structure which is nothing but your connective tissue. Okay, like elastic connective tissue present between the bones. So immovable joints are the joints present in the skull and in the upper jaw. We cannot move the upper jaw, only the lower jaw is movable. Then slightly movable joints is noticed in the backbone. So your backbone has bones attached as a straight one, which enables us to have a straight back. Yes or no? So there happens some slight movement in between the bones of this vertebral column. The other name for backbone is vertebral column, which is directly connected to the skull. Okay, so this joint present in the backbone shows slight movement, enabling us to bend and sit straight. Then we saw about the freely movable joints. That freely movable joints is of again three types as ball and socket, hinge joint, and pivot joint. So this image shows you how the ball and socket joint is. So here a joint, what is a joint? First remember what is a joint. It means you need two bones to be meet or join at a particular place. Yes or no? So here one bone will have the ball like mold at the end, and the other bone will have the hollow space for the ball to rotate. So this ball and socket joint is noticed in the shoulder joint and in the hip joint. Okay, so just like a ball with a hollow cylinder, so you can just rotate it in all direction. So when the PT master asks you to exercise the shoulders to rotate, we are able to do so, right? To bend and stand straight in all the directions, the joint in the shoulder and hips moves. This is because of the presence of ball and socket joint in the shoulder and hip. The next was hinge joint. Hinge joint is noticed in the elbow joint, wrist joint, and in the movement of fingers. So what is the meaning of hinge? Hinge is nothing but the screws or the locks where locks present in the door side, enabling the opening and closing of doors. That is what the hinge. Whenever you open a door, if it produces some sound, we keep oil in the hinges, the screws to which the door is attached to the wall, right? So that is called as the hinge. That kind of attachment is noticed in the elbow joint and wrist joint and in the fingers also. So we can only move the elbows and wrist up and down, that is a front and back. That kind of movement is only noticed. We cannot rotate the elbow like how we rotate the shoulder, right? So that is because of the presence of hinge joint. You can only open and close your fingers, you can just move it front and back. You cannot rotate your fingers like how you do your hip and shoulder. See here, this is the finger bones where the hinge joint is noticed. See, you can just fold it and loose your hand. So only the front and back motion is noticed. The last joint which we discussed was pivot joint. Pivot joint is noticed in the neck bone. We can rotate our neck in the front and back direction and towards the left and right. Yes or no? But we cannot rotate the neck bone in all the directions like a 360-degree, like how the earth rotates. We cannot rotate our head. Yes or no? That is because of the pivot joint in the neck bone. So you can only push it, rotate your head in the back and the front direction or left and right direction. You can turn towards your left when your friend calls, or you can turn towards your right when your neighbor calls you, right? So this is what the neck bone will have, only the movement in the left or right or in the front and back. That is what your pivot joint is. So with this I would like to stop today's class, my dear children. If you please have any doubt, kindly contact me. Thank you.